Oke, hari ini kita adakan satu majelis countdown untuk peralihan daripada majelis daerah Penampang ke majelis pembenaran Penampang. Jadi seperti mana yang kita lihat tadi, kita ada 90 hari untuk peralihan ini supaya memberikan masa untuk semua kaki tangan dan juga kementerian, termasuklah perubahan skim kerja daripada daerah Penampang ke Majelis Pembenaran Penampang. So kalau daerah Penampang itu dia still basically di bawah Kementerian Pembangunan Luar Bandar. Dan sekarang ini kalau Majelis Pembenaran Penampang dia akan lebih kepada di bawah Kementerian Kerjaan Pertanian Perumahan. Walau bagaimanapun sebenarnya Kementerian Pembangunan Luar Bandar pun masih juga ada peranan walaupun dia sudah dinyatakan sebagai Majelis Pembenaran Penampang.
Oke, harapan Datuk sendiri dengan penaikan taraf ke Majelis Pembenaran Penampang ini?
Harapan saya satu saja, semua khidmat kepada masyarakat ini perlu ditingkatkan. Sebab whatever it is, we are still going to berkhidmat dengan rakyat, we are still serving the rakyat. We have not changed from that. Cuma dia punya destination saja yang ditukarkan. Dan kita tahu apabila naik taraf sebagai Majelis Pembenaran, ekspektasi semua masyarakat ataupun rakyat di daerah Penampang akan meningkat. Dan harapan saya ialah siapa yang memegang sebagai penjawat awam di peringkat Majelis Pembenaran nanti perlu juga meningkatkan komitmen dan semua kerja-kerja yang seharusnya mereka laksanakan. Seperti itu. Okay.
Thank you.
A lot of question here, sir. What do we really expect? I mean, as a resident of Penampang, what is the difference that we can see from these changes? Apart from increasing tax, that's what the people in Ngongon are asking me.
Well, if you ask me, as a Majelis Pembenaran, if you listen carefully to what the Pengurusi was saying just now, most of the licenses will be disatukan, so that will be easier for the people, the rakyat in Penampang to communicate with the Majelis Pembenaran. They don't have to go to two different offices, either the Majelis Daerah Penampang or Pejabat Daerah Penampang. So they can only go to one place to deal business either with the Majlis or the government per se. And it's not just increase in the taxes that we want to collect. No, the main issue would be we'll be increasing the coverage of the services that we are going to give it to the rakyat in the Penampang area. But basically it will be more the urban and the semi-urban area. Of course, kalau yang di luar bandar, you are talking about Langkagungan, Terian, all these things. We still have the pejabat daerah to look after it. Okay?
The other issue is this. The greatest issue was and only Kolopis seems to have been able to give a chance and the feedback on the Cukai Pintu. There is a drastic increase, but the rest of us don't seem to have an opportunity to give a feedback. Why is that?
You say drastic increase because initially they never had any Cukai Pintu before.
I give you a catch.
Okay.
I know the consultant who was employed. This is the same consultant who valued our land for the compensation of Pan Borneo. And of course, they give a rate and the Jabatan Tanah will shoot it down. Now let me ask you, when the same consultant give a rate for our value of our land, is it maintained the same or is it will be shoot done in the same process as Jabatan Tanah has done? Itu yang kami tahu.
The consultant is just giving their own opinion based on what they know about the area.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you still have to go to the General Council, they still have to do a meeting, and they still have to reassess whether that is proper or not. Okay, so don't jump the gun, please.
Yeah, but not many of us got a chance to be in the feedback.
No, don't jump the gun.
No, wait,
We are still discussing. It has not been finalized yet.
But only
Okay?
Kolopis has been asked to give an opportunity, not us.
It's not been finalized.